space to enjoy live music and fireworks. And you can even watch it at home. Safety is our top priority. We encourage everyone to be mindful of their surroundings, stay hydrated, wear sunscreen, and keep track of personal belongings. Let's also remember to respect the park and each other. Please dispose of trash properly and follow all guidelines set forth by the Department of Conservation and local authorities. I want to thank the members of our public safety community for all they are doing to make this 4th of July, and our members of our environmental team who work around the clock to make sure that this all goes well. We're all excited to watch and listen to the Boston Pops performance. Just a reminder that the traditional dress rehearsal on July 3rd will be closed to the public. Thank you for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you here for an unforgettable 4th of July celebration. I'd now like to introduce Commissioner of DCR, Brian Rigo.
Good morning, everyone. Brian Rigo, Commissioner for the Department of Conservation and Recreation. It is so great to be here at the Hat Shell as we prepare for the 4th of July. Each year, DCR welcomes hundreds of thousands of people from different backgrounds and different ages to the Esplanade to celebrate the birth of America with music and fireworks. Our top priorities at DCR are ensuring that properties are safe and welcoming for everyone. Our DCR Rangers and operations team are in close communication with law enforcement and emergency service partners leading up to and throughout the event, ensuring that we are prepared in any situation that may arise. Behind the scenes, our DCR staff work incredibly hard to ensure that every detail is taken care of. Our operations and special events teams are instrumental in setting up the Esplanade grounds, coordinating road closures, and organizing the logistics to make this event possible. From the early morning hours into the late night, they ensure that everything runs smoothly and safely for all attendees, and that the park is cleaned up and ready to welcome visitors on Friday. We are incredibly excited to welcome families back to this iconic DCR property for another safe and fun 4th of July celebration. It is now my honor to hand it off to one of our partners, Jan Devereaux, Senior Director of Public Relations and Communications at the BSO. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner, and good morning, everyone. I'm Jan Devereaux, and I am proud to represent the Boston Symphony Orchestra here this morning. And on behalf of the BSO and the Boston Pops, I'd like to start by thanking all of our dedicated partners from the Commonwealth, especially the DCR, Governor Healy, Lieutenant Governor Driscoll, and of course all the Mass State Police and other public safety officials here today. As you know, the BSO began offering pre-summer concerts on the Esplanade in 1929 when Arthur Fiedler was our conductor. The Boston Pops Fireworks Spectacular began in 1974 when David Mugar approached Fiedler in an effort to pump up our Pops July 4th offering. Fiedler decided to perform Tchaikovsky's 1812 overture, and Mugar famously said, "You bring the music, I'll bring the fireworks," just like it says on the statue over there. For 50 years, this event has been one of the largest and most beloved July 4th celebrations in the country, and it remains free to the public. It's the BSO's gift to Boston and beyond, but we could not do it without the support of our state partners and our corporate sponsors. So let me thank those sponsors, including our new presenting sponsor this year, Herb Chambers, our longtime media partner, Bloomberg, returning sponsors, Meet Boston and the Fairmont Copley Plaza Hotel, and this year we're proud to have a new sponsor, Biogen. We're also pleased to announce that with the support of the Mugar Foundation, we have renamed the fireworks the Mugar Family Fireworks in honor of David, who passed away in 2022. His many contributions are memorialized with a statue that's right over there that was dedicated last fall. So we have a terrific night of entertainment planned on Thursday. We're honored to welcome Mayor Michelle Wu, who will give brief opening greetings with our CEO, Chad Smith. And then we have musical talent that ranges from Broadway to R&B to rock, country rock, Tex-Mex, Cuban, you name it. There's something for everyone. Back for his 29th year conducting the Boston Pops, we have Keith Lockhart. He'll be joined at the Hatchell stage by Broadway leading lady Kelly O'Hara. She's a Tony winner. She's fabulous. You can also see her on HBO's The Gilded Age. We have Rock Hall of Fame singing legend Darlene Love, who was part of the Oscar-winning documentary 20 Feet from Stardom. And we have Grammy winners, the Mavericks, who bring a mix of a little bit of everything and will definitely get the party started. We have the Singing Sergeants, who are the chorus of the U.S. Air Force Band, and they will join the musical celebration at various points and also lead this year's patriotic sing-along. As always, the program will close with the 1812 Overture and the firing of the cannons. So, the Mugar family fireworks will begin around 10:30 and will run until about 11. And starting at 8, the whole program will be broadcast live on Bloomberg TV and radio, Sirius XM Channel 119, as well as locally on WHDH Channel 7, and online at Bloomberg.com. And details for how to tune in on TV, radio, and online can be found at bostonpops.org. We again thank all of our partners from DCR, the Commonwealth, Boston, and Cambridge for providing the support to ensure a safe and successful event. And I also want to just note that as we approach the 250th anniversary of Independence Day in 2026, we are mindful of how precious our democracy is, and the BSO is deeply honored to host this annual patriotic celebration and to bring the community together through the power of music and the joy of music. We look forward to celebrating America's birthday with Boston and the nation on the Esplanade on Thursday night. And just a side note for the press gathered here, you've all been invited to come to Symphony Hall this afternoon at 1:30, where Keith Lockhart and our guest artists will be available for a brief press event, and you can stay for a little bit of the rehearsal there that starts at 2. Thanks very much, and it's now my pleasure to pass the baton to Deputy Secretary Sue Terry. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jan. Thank you, and good morning. My name's Deputy Secretary Sue Terry, and I am the Undersecretary of Homeland Security for the Executive Office of Public Safety and Security. On behalf of Governor Healy, Lieutenant Governor Driscoll, and Secretary Reedy, I want to thank our many federal, state, and local partners for the essential role in safety and security planning for one of Massachusetts' most beloved events, the Boston Pops Fireworks Spectacular here at the Hatch Shell. Your contributions are vital to ensuring the success of this special day. I'm proud to stand alongside this tremendous team of dedicated public safety professionals who have worked hard all year long to ensure a fun, safe, and family-friendly 4th of July celebration. Independence Day culminates 1 year of extensive planning, preparations, and interagency collaborations with our many local, state, and federal partners. Our comprehensive safety plan, which you'll hear more about this morning, is strengthened by past lessons, inspired by our proven ability to adapt to emerging circumstances, and builds upon extraordinary levels of cooperation. As public safety officials, we are fortunate to have many great and supportive partners, including the Boston Pops and many non-governmental and private sector stakeholders who've worked together for many months to ensure this event is a success. As we are all profoundly aware, iconic events of this magnitude present unique challenges. Massachusetts has a proud history of strong relationships among its law enforcement partners. Our unified approach and our combination of resources support our collective ability to prepare, respond, and prevent as needed. We are grateful for the contributions from our local partners in Boston and Cambridge, including police, fire, EMS, public works, and public health, all of whom have been deeply involved for many months in public safety planning for this event. Our federal partners are integral to our comprehensive safety and security plan, and I want to acknowledge the FBI, who you'll be hearing from later today. I also want to highlight the contributions of our partners in state government, including the dedicated team of professionals at Massachusetts Emergency Management Agency, the state police, the National Guard, the Department of Fire Services, Mass DOT, and the Department of Conservation and Rec, who are all vital and imperative to this event's success. To those planning to come to Boston on Thursday, we look forward to welcoming you to the celebration, but want to remind you of important safety tips and expectations. I ask everyone to remember that safety and security are our shared responsibility. Please remain aware of your surroundings, and as always, if you see something, say something. Call 911 or approach a uniformed officer. For those planning celebrations at home in their communities, I'd also like to convey two important safety messages. Please leave fireworks to the professionals, and please practice water safety, especially with your young children. Lastly, I'll conclude by expressing our heartfelt thanks to the many first responders who make this event safe and enjoyable for all. And now I'd like to introduce State Police Colonel Jack Mon, who will provide you with more information. Many thanks. Colonel?
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here today to cover these important safety reminders. My name is Jack Mon. I am the Interim Colonel of the Massachusetts State Police. Every year, the State Police provide security services for the Boston Pops Fireworks Spectacular, alongside this team of world-class professionals. As a full-service police agency, it's a privilege to contribute to the success of this event with our colleagues, among them the Boston Pops, the Boston and Cambridge Police Departments, Boston EMS, EOPS, EEA, DCR, the Department of Fire Services, MEMA, the National Guard, FBI Boston, the MBTA, and the MBTA Police. State Police troopers from across the Commonwealth will be here on Thursday to ensure that everyone joining us for the program can do so safely. As in previous years, we will deploy a comprehensive, multi-layered security plan with complementary local, state, and federal resources. Beyond crowd control, our plans include investigative, tactical, and intelligence resources that can respond to any situation at a moment's notice. Spectators will see a recognizable presence of sworn law enforcement professionals from our agencies in uniform. Troopers will be ready to assist you in navigating the checkpoints and getting you where you need to go. Canines and other specialized teams will continuously sweep the site, and the Marine unit in the air wing will patrol the waterways and the sky above us. In addition to these visible resources, a dedicated team of undercover troopers and officers will be working throughout the day to identify any potential threats and respond appropriately. Our teams at the Fusion Center, the Boston Regional Intelligence Center, and the FBI will continue to share information and analyze new intelligence. I'd like to offer a word of thanks to the hundreds of dedicated women and men taking time away from their families to work this event. This event would not be secure or even possible without their commitment to the values of patriotism and public service. With all that said about the things we are doing as a public safety team, I'd like to ask members of the public to do their part to make the event successful. I ask everyone coming to please be courteous to one another and make it a great day for families. Please use public transportation. There are a number of road closures that will make driving very challenging. Please report any suspicious activity. You can alert any troopers or officers of something out of the ordinary, or you can always call 911. Please do not bring any weapons, alcohol, backpacks, coolers on wheels, cans, or glass containers to the Esplanade. Please do not fly any private drones over the site. A full list of prohibited items as well as road closures are available on the Boston Pops website. The MSP will also share information on social media, so I encourage you to follow the State Police. I'd like to conclude my remarks this morning by impressing upon all of you how much we care about the success of this special event. Last year, despite a forecast of rain at the rate of up to 4 inches per hour, our teams worked around the clock to prepare this special site. We didn't know how many people would come out to hear music on a rainy night in the city of Boston. And as it turned out, there were over 12,800 wristbands sold for the Oval And in the lagoon, which is one of the best areas to catch the fireworks, the crowds peaked at about 18,000. And that doesn't include the hundreds of thousands who gathered in other areas. People come to this special place year after year with their families and their friends to celebrate the birth of this great nation. We, the Massachusetts State Police, are committed to matching that energy and enthusiasm with a professional police force characterized by the values of excellence, compassion, and service. Thank you very much. At this time, I'd like to introduce to you Special Agent in charge of the FBI Boston, Jody Cohen. Jody?
Thank you, Colonel, and good morning. As we look forward to the celebration of America's independence, the FBI Boston is not aware of any specific or credible threats targeting the Boston Pops fireworks spectacular or any other July 4th festivities. That said, we must maintain a heightened state of vigilance given that we are home to many patriotic and historical landmarks, and this event is an attractive and symbolic target. The threats we are facing from domestic, international, and state-sponsored terrorism actors are all elevated. But the law enforcement team standing here today is actively collecting and sharing intelligence about the possible threats in real time so that we can make informed decisions on the best use of our resources should potential threats to public safety arise. We have a well-thought-out interagency plan, which we'll continue to update as needed as the holiday approaches. Similar to last year, our agents, analysts, task force officers assigned to the FBI's Joint Terrorism Task Force will be fully integrated with our law enforcement partners within command posts and in and around the Esplanade. Everyone here today has been working very hard to strike the right balance between security measures and the ability to have a fun day. I cannot thank everyone here enough for their continued partnership and commitment to these efforts. As always, we are asking all of you to be an extension of our eyes and ears to maintain awareness of your surroundings, to reach out to law enforcement if you come across someone or something that doesn't seem quite right. Before many mass attacks, perpetrators have shown signs they were on the pathway to violence, including comments, jokes, or threats about violent plans, a reduced interest in hobbies or other activities, increasing isolation from family, friends, or others, and angry outbursts or physical aggression. In many cases, a witness to these signs did not know who to alert about their concern. Please report them to us or local law enforcement because working together, we increase our chances of preventing mass violence. For additional resources, we urge you to visit our website at fbi.gov/prevent. And in closing, we look forward to a great event here on the Esplanade and a safe and happy Independence Day elsewhere across the region. I'm going to turn it over to EMS Chief Hooley.
Thank you, Special Agent in charge. And good morning, everybody. First of all, I just want to say that all the professionals, all the men and women at Boston EMS look forward to this day, look forward to it every year. It's great to come down here with a couple 100,000 of our closest friends and celebrate this patriotic event. And with that too are all the public safety professionals from the city of Boston, Boston Police, Boston Fire, who are all part of the integrated plan, not just for the security, but for the health benefits, health and welfare, for getting people in and out of here if need be. As I said, it's our nation's birthday, so it's the 4th of July, not just to be celebrated down here, but across the entire city of Boston. To that end, we're going to have additional resources on across the city to serve all of our neighborhoods, because we don't want to have to draw from their support to come down to supplement this wonderful event. Now, to that end, what we have is an extensive plan to cover down here at the Esplanade and all along the banks and on the water on this for Thursday. We will have EMTs and paramedics stationed on foot teams. We're going to have multiple medical tents and stations staffed with EMTs, paramedics. We have a couple of emergency physicians with us. We will have people on gators, these carts that we can use to move people off, hand them off to ambulances, and that'll be in addition to ambulances dedicated to this event. We'll have EMS represented out with capability to respond on the river as well. Along with folks in the command post, we will have staff in there so we can seamlessly share information with state police dispatchers, Boston Fire, Boston Police, to locate any 911 calls that come in here or on the approaches to here to get help to you right away. Now, our goal is to hopefully not have any transports, to have everybody be safe, and if possible, what we do is we get people, if we do encounter people and we take them to tents, if we can turn them around and keep them here, that'd be great. But if we have to transport them, we'll be ready for that to Boston's hospitals. One of the best ways to avoid that, however, is just some common sense things that a few people have touched on. It's summer months. A lot of people come down here and they maybe camp out for the day. If you can grab some shade as much as you can to try to limit your exposure in the sun, hats, anything else would helpful with that. Hydrate, and that is with water or certainly anything just non-alcoholic, and continue with that throughout the day. Also, keep an eye on small children, especially if you're anywhere near the water. We want to make sure of that. And I know as Boston Fire always drums in, and as EOPS has said, leave the fireworks to the professionals, and that goes anywhere, not just down here. And with that, really, we look forward to this. Have a fantastic day.